I think that living without answers is a really hard thing. Human beings, we like to put things in a box and kind of move on.
Allison Rivera has gone without answers about the death of her husband Ray for 14 years. It was May 2006. 32-year-old Ray Rivera's body was found in a meeting room of the Belvedere Hotel. A hole in the roof suggested he fell from a height. Mystery has prevailed ever since.
I kept saying there is something bigger. I'm going to find out.
This month sparked new interest in the case. The Netflix series, Unsolved Mysteries, featured the Ray Rivera case in its opening episode.
It's truly unbelievable.
It was the first time Allison spoke so publicly about her loss and frustration of not knowing what led to Ray's death.
There's an answer out there. Somebody knows something. And if that's just seeing him or the phone call that was made, there's an answer out there. And I thought that this would be a platform in which just lay the facts out and see if there's, somebody out there that knows something.
Baltimore police in 2006 quickly leaned to suicide, but the medical examiner left the case open with a ruling of undetermined. A timeline. Ray left the couple's Northwood home seemingly in a hurry after receiving a phone call. That was about 6 p.m. on May 16, 2006. His car was located in a lot next to the Belvedere. A parking ticket suggested it had been there overnight the night of the 16th. His body was found May 24th, 8 days later, after former co-workers at a publishing company saw the hole in the roof. Days later, a bizarre note was found taped to a computer Ray used. The FBI said it wasn't a suicide note. Allison has lived with that note and other writings of Ray's all these years, with no clearer picture of their meaning.
You clearly don't believe that he took his own life.
I clearly do not believe that. Nope. I do not believe that. Not at all. I've never taken, like, I don't want it to believe that it's not suicide. It's really been like, what has happened? And then let me sort my emotions out from there. Like, let me work through maybe, if there was regret and so I have really been very, very open to whatever answers may be placed in front of me.
Did Ray fall? Was he pushed? Police found no one who could place Ray inside the Belvedere that night. Allison hired an expert who determined Ray would have had to get to a running speed of 11 miles per hour to make a jump from the roof of the building to reach the location of the hole. No witnesses came forward. Could the new attention to the case solve a 14-year-long mystery?
You fight for the people that you love, and you fight, and I love his family, and I loved him more than anything, and you fight for those answers so that you can have some kind of peace. And I think that everybody in this world would want that.
According to the major of homicide in the Baltimore Police Department, the Rivera case is officially open, though the major said no new leads have been received to follow up. The major's statement went on that the department would certainly welcome new information to bring closure to the Rivera family. Reporting live tonight from Mount Vernon, I'm Jane Miller, WBAL TV 11 News.